The last time I saw Kaida smile was at 6:45 a.m. on my way to the storage facility where we worked as inventory coordinators. She usually arrived an hour earlier than me, but today she was running late. The fluorescent lights above our workstations hummed in unison with the distant rumble of the refrigeration units. Our supervisor, Ms. Ito, had already begun reviewing the day's task list on the shared digital screen. As I powered up my workstation, a message from Kaida appeared on my comms device, running behind schedule, sorry. The words were followed by a standard, acknowledged, prompt, which she must have accidentally sent when her device synced with the facility's network. It was an innocuous error, but it nagged at me as I started sorting through the morning's inventory. Kaida arrived shortly after 7:30 a.m., still fidgeting with her comms device. She moved mechanically to her workstation and began running a diagnostic check on our scanner. Her eyes flickered between the screen and the surrounding area with an unnatural intensity. It was as if she were performing a choreographed routine rather than genuinely working. I tried to focus on my tasks, but Kaida's behavior kept drawing me in. She repeated the same actions multiple times, each time with slight variations that made her appear almost robotic. The air grew thick with the smell of disinfectant and ozone as I watched her work. It was a scent that usually cleared the air, but today it felt like a warning sign. At 9 a.m., Ms. Ito called us into the break room for a briefing on the day's objectives. Kaida responded to each question with rehearsed answers, her words and tone perfectly in sync with the supervisor's expectations. It was as if she were reading from a script written by someone else. As the meeting adjourned, I approached Kaida during our designated break time. "Hey," I said quietly, trying not to startle her. She turned toward me, and for an instant, I saw a flicker of something that resembled genuine awareness in her eyes. But it vanished before I could grasp what it meant. The break room's silence was oppressive as we sat together, our conversation stilted and mechanical. When the designated time expired, Kaida stood up with a jerky motion and returned to her workstation. Our supervisor nodded in approval, and Ms. Ito began reviewing the day's schedule on the shared digital screen. As I watched Kaida work, I felt an unsettling sense of continuity, like we were perpetuating some unspoken routine that was slowly consuming us both. And with each passing moment, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were no longer working in sync, but rather, she and Ms. Ito were moving as one entity, while I remained a discordant note, struggling to keep pace. In this manner, the morning wore on, our workdays blending into an endless loop of monotony and compliance. And with each incremental step, Kaida's actions grew more calculated, her responses less human. As I struggled to maintain my grip on reality, I realized that the true horror was not in what she'd become, but in what we were allowing it to be. The storage facility's fluorescent lights hummed on, casting an eerie glow over our synchronized movements as we worked through the day, trapped in a routine that slowly erased us from existence.